Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be doing a get ready with me. I kind of just want to go from start to finish with you guys. I've been very unmotivated, and so I decided what's better than just sitting down and playing with makeup. So that's what we're going to be doing today. I have a lot of products next to me that I've never tried, and I kind of have a vision. So if you want to go through this process with me and get ready with me, then just keep on watching. So the first new product that I have not tried is from First Aid Beauty. This is the Coconut Skin Smoothie Priming Moisturizer, and it kind of reminds me of the description of the Too Faced Hangover Primer, which is my favorite. So I'm gonna hope for like the same type of effect. So I just spent like a good 20 minutes tweezing my brows. I have this new mirror that shows literally everything, and do you ever get in front of those mirrors and then realize how much of a hairy beast you are? Because oh my god, it's like I haven't plucked my eyebrows in a month, but I do it every day. So sometimes it's like you need to get in front of something high power and magnified. So this stuff looks like it might have a little tint to it. I apply a lot of primer. I feel like the more primer the better. So I'm just gonna slap this over my whole face. I don't know if it's meant to be cooling or if it's just cold in my room where I store my makeup, but it is cooling. This actually does not smell as good as the Hangover X primer, but if it works the same, I'll definitely get my use out of it, but it doesn't smell as nice as the other one, but we will see how it reacts with foundation. Also, I'm sure you guys are going to notice my really splotchy self-tan. Don't clock me for it. I've been trying to get it off for days because I want a fresh one for Christmas Day, but I just can't seem to get this one off no matter what I do. So I'm going to add a little bit of liquid highlight before my foundation. This is the Lancome Custom Highlighting Drops in the shade Rose Glow. I really love these. I like to mix it with foundation, but I also like to just put it on my face before foundation. So I'm just dotting it all over. I'm going to blend it out with a sponge. Once again, I'm using the Huda Beauty sponge that came in PR with the concealer, and I still don't know if it's available, but it is my favorite sponge, so I really apologize for that. I hate when a favorite is not available, but hopefully it either is available or will be soon. I don't know what the deal is with that. So I really don't think that this foundation alone is going to match me. It is the L'Oreal True Match in N4 Buff Beige. It's one of the lightest foundations that I have right now. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to mix it with my other really light foundation. So I'm going to mix it with my Too Faced Born This Way foundation in the shade Snow. This is one of my favorite foundations, but I ran out of all of them that actually match me. So this one is too light for me. I'm going to mix them both and see what we can do. I'm really not trying to do too much of that because I know that's probably too dark. So that is the L'Oreal one. I'm going to pump some of the Snow onto the Beauty Blender as well. I'm having regrets. This probably is not the best way to apply. So yeah, that was a brilliant idea. So when I sit down and do a get ready with me video like this, I love it. It's one of my favorite videos to film, but it's one of my least favorite to edit because I'm literally rambling for the entire thing and I can't have an hour 30-minute video. So by some crazy miracle that actually matches, doesn't it? So when in doubt, mix something really horribly and it might come together really well for you. Okay, so I'm going to go in with concealer. This is my favorite right now. It's the Huda Beauty Overachiever Concealer, and this is in the shade Cotton Candy because I'm so white right now. But I love this because it has the metal tip, and the metal tip kind of helps me with my baggage. I'm going to go ahead and blend that out. Oh, so gracefully. So this next product is not new, but it is new packaging. It is the holiday packaging for the Laura Mercier Translucent Loose Setting Powder, which I am obsessed with. And I actually just ran out of my regular packaging one, so onto the beautiful holiday packaging I go. So I'm going to dip into this setting powder with a spotlight duster from Sigma. And I am just going to set that concealer and my cheeks. And just for good measure, because we're going to move on to the eyes now, I'm going to hit my under eye just a little extra with some of that powder, just in case we get some fallout. So I'm going to brush through my brows with my spoolie, and I actually think I'm going to do my brows first. So taking my Benefit Precisely My Brow Pencil in the shade 4, I'm going to fill in some areas that are a little uneven. Then to kind of set my brows, I'm going in with Gimme Brow, and this is a shade darker. This is the shade 5. And I'm brushing my hairs upward to get like a nice coating of this color on them, just in case there is any foundation, concealer, powder, which there is always in my brows. Then for my base, I'm going to go into my Painterly Paint Pot with a Sigma Bake Precision brush, and I'm just going to hit my eyelids. So I'm actually going to try to do a majority of this look with the Anastasia Sultry palette. So the first color I'm just going to dust all over my lid. It is this light bone color called Fresh, and I'm picking this up with a Tapered Blending E35 from Sigma, and I'm going to dust this over Painterly just to set it down and get my eyelids ready for other shades. So the look I'm kind of going for today is a play off of a look I just saw Katie do, and she did like a Father Christmas like icy gray look with a bunch of rhinestones. I don't have rhinestones, but I'm going to attempt a more wearable, if you will, version of that look. So I'm going to start off with the matte gray out of the palette called Slate, and I'm using an E25 for this, and I'm just going to start blending this gray into the outer corner of my eye and then also the inner corner. It's kind of a halo eye. So I have not done one in quite some time, you guys. I have not practiced makeup. I haven't done techniques or anything in such a long time that I'm just like off my game. So I'm glad I'm gonna try something different today. So I hope you guys are having a good holiday season without too much stress. Mine has been very, very stressful, so I do apologize for the lack of uploading. It's just been a lot. Okay, so once that gray is blended onto my outer and inner lid, I need a little bit of white for my next step. So I'm actually going into a potted liner from Ofra. This is one of their fixed line liners, and this is called White Rabbit. I really don't want to do too much here because this is not my forte. So I'm just going to pat a little bit into that empty space on my lid, and then I will go in and blend it out with a blending brush, but I want to make sure that there's some level of white underneath my eye look. So going into that slate color, this is where I'm just going to blend the edges. Next, I'm going to go into the silver out of the Sultry palette. This is called Cyborg, and I'm really only going to pick up a little bit of this color on the cream color brush from Sigma. It's the same one I used for the liner, and I'm just going to dot this in the center. So I'm going to do something kind of weird. It might mess up the look, I don't know, but I'm going to take a loose highlighter. This is from Artist Couture. It's in the shade Cocoa Bling. And I'm going to take a highlight brush. This is the Morphe M510. I think tapping this over the entire look might ruin it, but it also might give it more of like a winter wonderland-esque type of effect. So I'm just going to go ahead and tap it over the entire eye look. And this kind of forces all of the colors to fuse together. So once that is on there, I'm going to recreate the same look on the bottom on my lower lash line. So I'm going to pick up Cyborg first, which is the silver. And I'm going to take Cyborg and put it right in the middle of my lower lash line. Then I'm going to pick up Slate with the brush that comes with the Sultry palette. And I'm going to blend that in the outer portion of the lower lash line and also the inner. Then for my version of rhinestones, I'm actually going to pick through this Lemonhead Space Jam. This is in the shade Midnight Society, so it has a lot of multicolored glitter flecks in it. And so I actually like to go into the cap with a little eyeliner brush and pick up little tiny flecks and place them onto my lid. So I'm just going to place these into the look, and I'm mostly going to focus on keeping them into the middle where that silver shade is. This Space Jam also has stars in it, but I don't want stars in this look. So I'm just keeping it to the little round or octagon pieces. So now I'm going to place some of these little sparkles on the lower lash line. So I went ahead and applied a few more of those little glitters all over my lid. I didn't want to do too much, even though I did want to do more. I don't want to overdo it. I'm taking some of the Voluminous Lash Paradise mascara, and I'm just going to coat my lashes because I am going to put quite a dramatic pair of lashes on today. I feel like if you're gonna do an artistic look, you might as well go hard with the lashes. So I'm gonna pop on some Grand Glamours. I haven't worn these in years. So for my face, I'm going to go into this new palette from Laura Mercier. This is one of their holiday products. It is the Magic Hour Face Illuminator palette. And what I'm going to do is actually just take the bronze shade in here. Look how gorgeous this palette is. I am just sticking to this shade right here. I'm going to pick it up with my F40. And I'm going to bronze up my face just a little bit. This is very, very illuminating, so I don't need a lot of it because I am going to go in with highlight, which you guys, I actually really like the L'Oreal foundation mixed with the Too Faced foundation. It's a really, really nice finish. Then for blush, I'm going to go into this Pixie Glow palette. This is the Pixie Glow Cake Gilded Bear Glow, and it's like a multi-use product. It's got bronzer, blush, and highlight, but what I want to do is stick right to the middle of this pan and pick up mostly blush, but also maybe a little bit of bronzer. And with the same brush, I'm just going to tap that right over the apples of my cheeks. Then for highlight, because I do want to test out new products in this video, I'm going to try out the Too Faced Diamond Light highlighter called Diamond Fire, I think. No, it's called Fancy Pink Diamond. So here's what it looks like. I actually heard that these are subtle, so if it is subtle, I might add a little something else to my look, but I'm going to dip in with my Morphe R36 brush. It's one of my favorite highlighter brushes. It really doesn't look like anything's on the brush, but you know, it might be there. I just won't see it until I apply it to my face. So I'm going to attempt to apply this to my cheekbone. So it is adding a glow, but it is very, very subtle. I guess to balance out the look, we'll just go ahead and go into the Cocoa Bling, the same shade I use to dust over my eye look. These highlights are always beaming, so I'm just going to add a tiny bit over top. And that's going to make this cheekbone really pop. Like a little too much, maybe. No, no such thing. Then for my lip, I want to keep it really simple. I'm going to go in with a really nude lip liner. This is Libra from Kylie Cosmetics. And I'm just going to go over my whole lip. It literally just sank back in. And I don't think that's supposed to happen. Like, these are sharpenable. I guess I can knock it back out, but it sank back into the pencil. That's annoying. I'm going to go in with my Fenty Beauty Gloss Bomb. Actually, what am I doing? I was about to do this one, but I'm actually going to use the new one. I've been loving this new one in the shade Fussy, and it's the pink one. And I'm just going to wear this because I love this. I've been super comfortable with it. I actually need to throw it in my purse because that's where I'll get the most use out of it.